You're beautiful but unsatisfied since day one. You were getting teased and it scarred you when you were young. Now you're getting older and you've been on the grind. Your paper off the scale so you feel like it's time. So you got a nose job, that's the primary thing. People tease you as a kid and for some reason you hit. Always into high fashion, girl, you heavy like lead. Liposuction out your shell like a chicken and egg. Feeling confident but now you're becoming obsessed. First your nose, then your weight, now your butt and your breast. It's a vanity fair, cosmetic overdose. Fiending for a next operation like it was dope. Now you feel the need to skin pill, your skin's no good. But if those around you were real, they'll tell you the truth. Just because you spending thousands, that don't make it alright. Had one problem, now it's many going under the knife. Your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. I said your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. Come on. Vanity Fair, yeah. Changing one or two things, cool girl, do you? Do you wanna be beautiful and look like you? Or do you wanna look like someone you saw in a magazine or video, but not in the raw? I like nice shaped bodies, bikinis Brazilian, but too much of anything just isn't appealing. Some people spend a lifetime, even a million. No grace like those unhappy when chilling. A girl with a big butt, big lips, small hips is what we all love to see, and men dream about this. There is nothing wrong with getting something broken fixed. Some women get a breast job cause cancer resists. Some women want to please their man and insist. And a woman really loves you if she wants to do this. But abuse ain't the same as intention was cared. So be careful of the drug called the Vanity Fair. Vanity Fair. Your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. I said your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, faceline, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. Your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. I said your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, faceline, look at your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. Come on.
Yeah. Everybody wanna be a superstar. Yeah. What you want? Everybody wants something. Yeah, y'all. Everybody wanna be famous.
That's right.
Hey y'all, how's everybody doing on this wonderful Monday? Well, is it wonderful? How's all your day going? Let me go back up here and say hi to everybody. Maybe if I can work my computer. Hey, Bad Apple. Oh, thank you so much. Oh yeah, nonsense. It's the same as my name, nonsense on the web at Gmail. Hey, Navy. Hey, Miss Lee. Hey, Sammy. Hey, Marcy, Daisy, Jamie Girl, JJ, Trisha, Sharkbait, Lisa, Solo, Hope, Sheba, Forgotten Whispers, Marlene, Lorraine. Did I miss anybody? Sally. How's everybody's day? Frustrated Lurker. Everybody up to anything fun? It's cold here too. It's cold, yucky. Yeah. Hey, Mochas. Hey, Amy. All right. So I'm sure some of you have seen that there's been nothing but a bunch of fuckery going on all weekend. So we're just going to jump into it and talk about it and go through it because there was some stuff that was done. Let me look here. I think what we're going to start with, let me go over here. We're going to stream straight from her. I've got screen recordings of some of these because I think she has taken some of them down. But my first question is, has anybody seen anything from Dustin, has he apologized? Has he done anything to anybody's knowledge? Has he said he's sorry? Anything to anybody's knowledge? I feel like he's just rolling right on to the next story. No public apology, no updating his subscribers or people on his channel that he was incorrect. Yeah, Navy, that's what I'm thinking too. I know she did her little fake apology thing video, which we'll go over that too, but I haven't seen anything yet. Moving on with content about AWP. That's what I'm seeing too. Yep. Moves on right on to something else. And that is not a good place for him to go. I don't see a title apologizing like Molly did. Yeah, I don't either. I don't see that either. But let's get caught up here. Let's see here. What did she do? So she has taken some of them down. Huh. Sneaky little snake. Nope, get off my computer. We have a cat that's trying to. Okay, we're going to actually start with, I just might be headed to Yuma. That's what we're going to start with. Oh, hold on. I got to get it to where it's set up. Sorry, y'all. Give me just a second. Share screen. Share screen. You guys got that? I put up my other computer, my old computer, just so I can watch my screen and see what it does. But man, the lag on my end. Oh, I need to put you guys full screen. There, will put me in the corner. And then I got to mute to go through this. So give me grace because you guys know I struggle with going back and forth, but we're going to do it. All right. I have not watched this one fully yet. I've got, like I said, I've got them all recorded, but I usually record them on mute because I can't stand listening to her. And this is going to be interesting. Let's go. Oh, before I forget, everything is based on my opinion and my opinion only on content that they have provided publicly. This is all based off of fair use commentary I can do, and it is within my legal right to have a fucking opinion on whatever I want based off their own lies. Okay, let's go.
Hey, you guys. Listen, I put out a video. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to do about this whole Vaughn situation because I don't even know what to think.
We're trying to figure that out.
I know we're completely lost. What? I don't know what I did wrong because this link has just disappeared.
Well, hell, what do you mean the link just disappeared? Huh. Isn't that convenient that this is her video after I had put out the very night that that article stuff had came out? I put out a video showing her community post with the link that went to page not found. And then here she comes with this. Well, not only did I do that, Rabbit grabbed a hold of it and walked all the way through it. So here she is. This is her rebuttal, basically, in my opinion, to what me and Rabbit had pointed out. But it's funny because she claims she doesn't know I exist. She knows that Rabbit exists, of course, but this is her excuse in the buildup, I can already tell, of why they used that article. And magically, it just disappeared. And wouldn't you know, well, we'll get there. We'll get there. And I'm reading you guys' comments. I might start commenting in the chat with you guys so I can interact both ways.
Now, Mr. Marvonne calls up, okay? Holy shit. This is all one big twisteroo. Did I intentionally lie? Hell no. But holy shit. This is the big one.
Well,
this is.
So I don't know about you guys, but I feel that this is definitely intentional. And I'm open to anybody's ideas that aren't. If you're new here and have never commented before, please engage, ask questions. I would love to hear somebody with a different opinion. She says that, did she intentionally lie? Hell no. Yeah, you did. You 100% did. You announced this live stating that you didn't know for sure. Then you got a hold of Wynette. Tried to ask to get Marvonne on the phone so you could ask them, which they had no idea of. These are your own statements based off your content that we broke down and went clip by clip of how your time in Savannah went. The article didn't just appear out of nowhere. You were getting asked questions on the night of the 2nd after you announced it. Where is this confirmed? How do you have confirmation of this? Wouldn't you know, conveniently, the morning of the 3rd, we're actually trying to source the exact time of the article, but up pops this article from SNBC. Then they just happen to mention it on their streams without vetting the information. Just some random Jill with $2 says, hey, SNBC confirmed it. That article would not have popped up at that point in time, considering they said that they'd been hearing this all along. So why would they? It's not a coincidence, y'all. It's just not. They can try to twist it however they want. But she's not even upset about this. This is the big one. And it's really freaking annoying that more people aren't out here discussing this. That more people aren't willing to call her out. This is disgusting. This is a human being's life. This is one of the vilest things I've ever seen somebody do. And she's just skirting on off. Everything's been an emotional, all about her pity party since she got home, since she got busted out on this. She knew she was going to get busted on this, y'all, because they knew they didn't have verified information. She did this intentionally. Go look at her content. If she's not talking about Vaughn and Dre, she has nothing.
Mr. Marvonne told us that he was told that he heard that Marvonne died around the 20th of last month.
Just yesterday, last night.
Today.
Oh, it was today?
It was this morning, yes.
And that's exactly my point. If they've been hearing, which we've heard Elle say that, now we've heard them say that they had been researching it for days previously. We hear all of this stuff, but they didn't, first of all, tell Wynette right when they saw her in person. They waited to do it for a show. Secondly, if he passed away all of that time ago, why would an article just pop up after them two misinformation cronies had been talking about it? If that article wasn't something to do with them. Who else is going to vet that and run with an article that's not a part of their, with zero proof? Think about it, y'all. Think about the setup here.
That he talked to a woman today. Okay.
That kind of stayed in the loop of things at his old where Vaughn was before.
So I don't know.
Because because last month he had coded twice, and they had got him back because he wasn't on any respirator or breathing things that I'm aware of. So they got him back twice, and I don't know if something happened again. It wouldn't have surprised me if something happened again.
God forbid. I don't know what to say. I don't know who put out that thing. And the thing is why would Dre McCray tell her fan club and her girls that he passed away?
But she never did. That's the point that Molly is sliding right past her followers. There was never a post. They know that. Molly, I have legit information of your Patreons in her group. Do you realize that I've also been right under your nose for a long time? Huh. You don't know that, but don't look at your Patreons now. Anyways, this whole thing has been an intentional setup. Her Patreons are in that group. They know that there's no such post in that group. There was never a comment. So first of all, her Patreons aren't correcting her that are in there because a bunch of them joined when Molly started covering this. So they're not correcting her misinformation and saying, no, Molly, there is no such post. And she's continuing to run with the fact that there was this post. There's not. There never was. The only thing that happened was Molly says she got a message from a Patreon, no vetted information, and she ran with it. That's how this all goes. There's no, like, I don't know how they're trying to twist and turn it any other way. Like, this is how that went. We laid it all out, clip by clip, their time in Savannah. You can't twist their own statements and words. It is what it is. These people just drive me insane because they're horrible.
Now,
I think, in my opinion, she's not going to come out and say it until he's either buried or cremated.
so what's the truth? Holy shit. So we gave him advice, being that he's the father, to call that detective and tell him who he is, right? The detective that was working on the case in Yuma. Now, remember, yesterday she was seen, and I looked at the message again. Yesterday, she was seen in Yuma cleaning up her patio, and she was by her trail, the camper yesterday.
Gotcha. Again, your own statements against you. I was just looking because you're still in Savannah at this point in time. That's why you and Justin are together. I was going to find the date, but I'm not going to click on it. Anyways, you're still in Savannah when you're talking about this, and you're talking about you having information about her being outside sweeping her porch. Okay, your words, not mine. Then your little show, yesterday when you were like, see, there's nothing you can do because I didn't ask for this information. People are offering it me. Do you have my cell phone number? Do you have my email, Gator? Molly, you've been stalking this woman, and you yourself know this for a fact. I have confirmation in posts that you have sent people by her house. Remember that first video that you put out there? And now you're doing it again. That's harassment, stalking. In my opinion, again, I'm not a legal expert, but to me, that is absolutely disgusting. So this isn't, again, about anything but Molly needing content. She knew this was a false issue that she created. She wants a reaction from Dre. She wants to push her to react. She wants to push her to get a response out of her because then she can be like, see, I'm the one that broke her. It's a game to her. And she's also taking the opportunity to throw Letitia under the bus at the same time. This is all planned out, but you yourself have caught yourself up because you've bragged about stalking her. And I've got clips throughout all of the last months after months of you admitting to it. So before you brag about you've done nothing wrong, you might want to go check back at the videos where you called her repeatedly. You called the facilities where Marvonne was possibly at repeatedly. You have sent people by her home numerous times. All of those things. You guys sit here and talk about what your opinions are on Dre and how they lived their life and her and Marvonne's personal private relationship. But you have done the worst of the worst real life things to this family.
In Yuma, that the neighbors told My friend, and it was someone on panel that lives in Yuma. So she was seen yesterday. What's happened through that gap, I have no idea. But that's the first time I got a message.
She won't answer anybody's
Yes.
calls.
She caught herself again. She says, between that gap, I have no idea where she was. Didn't they run with the story that Dre brought him home on hospice and that then he was sent back because she couldn't tolerate it? Do you remember that, Molly? So if you didn't know in that gap of time, did you just create that story? I mean, we know it came out of a post that Letitia made on Facebook and you ran with it. But is that where you got your information? Was your stalkers? Or did you just fabricate that? Which way is it? Anybody have a guess? Because it would be interesting to know what she's actually having those people do that are watching her. It's actually really scary if you think about it.
Wynette said 10 calls. Now, someone else said when we talked to that other girl, right? That she said that she has Dre's phone number. She kept calling. She said, Marissa, she won't pick up for me. She goes, what about you? Why don't you try to call her? And I was like, excuse me? I go, I have a phone number too. I'm not calling her. Are you crazy? So no one can get in touch with this girl. So until she says something and makes a video, we don't know nothing.
And right there, once again, she admits exactly what she's doing. She is trying to push Dre into making a response. She thinks that by her doing all of this and creating all this chaos, that Dre is inclined to respond in some way, shape, or form, because this is the lowest of the lowest that anybody can possibly do. And most people would react. I'm so thankful that she has not. She does not owe any of us any of this information whatsoever. And what they've done and continually done to them is disgusting at this point in time. To announce his death, why would she make a video and respond to that? It makes no sense. Molly has absolutely been doing all of this for a show. She needed content. She had no stop in her with this. This is the only thing that's made her money, and she cannot let it go.
Now, that suspicious link is gone.
A news outlet, like a legitimate news outlet, had posted it too, and they took down the link as well.
That's so freaking weird.
A legitimate news outlet, Justin? Who would that be? Because that's not true. So should we talk about that? Maybe you should give some more context, because once again, there has not been no legitimate news stations posting anything about this. And if you consider yourself or Elle a legitimate news source, we all know where the fuck Elle's head is. Right up your ass. And your head is right up Molly's ass. So go figure. It's like a tunnel of shit flowing down. And I really hope no one got a visual from that. And if you did, I'm really sorry. I apologize in advance. But oh my gosh, I did. I gave myself one, and I apologize now. I hope none of you are like, oh gosh. Okay, let's just go. That was terrible. I'm sorry.
So now 2 weeks ago, how many weeks ago was it? So wait, we also told Mr. Marvonne something about the certificate, right? But you don't have to be a family member to look for a death certificate. But he said that and I heard him say that he kind of chummied up with a woman in the medical field that had her eye on her.
And again, they're trying to put it out there that, I'm reading comments, sorry. She tried to put it out there that the nurse, once again, they're saying, now they're not calling her the nurse. Now they're saying, some person that's in the medical field. It's the same person Wynette talked about meeting, I'm sure, in Arizona. They had one source of content. They know that that's where that came from, but she's going to try and twist it up like there's something else here. And again, Marvonne Sr. found out from Molly. He did not know. They have been trying to work backwards and confirm the information that Molly already made public. She has taken this family on an emotional, complete roller coaster. Yeah, Hope, I agree with that. She would never risk her job, in my opinion.
All right. I'll just keep my mouth shut. And I feel terrible. If I put out some sort of misinformation, I take that back. Holy shit. I would never intentionally lie to my subs about anything, especially something so serious.
Well, they told Miss Jackson, the nurse, told her that she's really sorry about Mom.
Spanky, I just want to that's all I want to do, because you just sit there and eat all this up, you little slime ball. You know for a fact that nurse said nothing about him passing away, and you have ran with that as a source of confirmation, which all she said was, "I'm sorry to hear about Marvonne." That's it. What else are you going to say to somebody that's asking you if you can confirm that their son passed away? If you don't know, you're going to say, "I'm sorry, I can't confirm that." And then she probably responded something. I'm just guessing. This is typical conversations. And what would she say back? "I'm really sorry to hear about this." That's common. It's not confirmation. You are such a slime ball, Spanky. Such a slime ball.
I mean, is Dre playing games?
No, that would be you. You're the one playing games. You set all of this up. It's very obvious. It's very much what it is. You say you don't lie. You say, "I'm so sorry if I put out misinformation." No, you're not. If you would have been sorry or thinking, which you were thinking, you knew exactly what you were doing. There is no excuse for this whatsoever. You will never be able to talk your way out of this not being intentionally done by you. The facts are the facts, Molly, and you're caught red-handed. This all was a setup by you and your little sidekick there that needs slapped around a few times.
And where are all her slay group? Are they sitting there and they laughing?
Only ones that are laughing are you and your Patreons, because another thing I'm going to remind you all, and I'm going to say this again. These slimeball Patreons of hers that are in the Slay with Dre McCrae group, because a bunch of them joined her private group that she has not posted in for months, to my knowledge. They're in there, and they knew that there was no such post, and not a single one of them corrected this. Not a single one of them stood up to her and said, "This is not okay. There is no post, Molly." So where's the integrity of all of these women that align themselves with Molly? I guess it's out the window too.
Is he still in a coma?
You can always tell when she's lying because she does the high pitch. She does that every time she's lying. It's total, complete, her little thing. She does it every time. She raises her voice to that squeal pitch. I think it's because then people tune her out because it's so horrendous to try and listen to, so she can just continue to tell her lies.
Or did he die a long time ago? Are we supposed to go back and forth? I mean, forget me. Forget the people on YouTube that care about him. At least do it for his family. My God, Andrea, what the hell is wrong with you? Reach out to one of these people.
Shut the fuck up, Molly. Seriously. You just need to take those lips, go get some lip filler in them so they swell and you can't talk. Something. Do something. Because you just need to sit down and shut the fuck up. This has all been you. Every single bit of it is you that has created these lies in this story that has kept it going. You've seen the text messages, y'all, that Letitia said months ago that Molly was dragging this out. I think she said it within the first month that Molly was involved. And look here we are in November. All she does is lie. Again, you don't have to like Dre to realize that this is not what they're doing. She's trying to force Dre into a public reaction. She wants Dre to react so she can say, see, I get under her skin, because then it would open up content for her to run on for months and months and months. That's what she's trying to do. In the meantime, by throwing everybody else under because it's everybody else's fault. She is trying to create these nuisances to the entire family. She doesn't care about Wynette or Marvonne Sr. or Letitia or anybody. How cold does someone have to be able to do this with a straight face? Think about that for a minute. Think about the type of person you have to be to do this type of thing to a family. He's a U.S. Marine veteran. It's disgusting.
You were close. You were the closest to Wynette. Holy shit! I've never seen someone so freaking evil.
Reminder, Dre's so evil, but she reached out and apologized to Wynette, and Wynette never responded. But Dre's the evil one. Dre's the one that they're demanding a response from, but they're the ones that cut communication there. Make that make sense.
Forget about the people on the fucking internet. This is the father of your child. The hell are you doing? There's people that are freaking.
Okay, I gotta say this, but does anybody else think that he needs to like speed up really fast and then brake check and see if her head bounces off the dash, or is it just me? Okay, I need to get that thought out of my head, but I had to tell you all too because you need to be in that mind frame with me. Okay, let's go.
Freaking shedding legit tears for this guy, and now we're second guessing it, wondering what kind of games you're playing. That's not right. Honestly, I believe he's gone. I really do. I believe he's gone. And honestly, I do believe. I don't know. It doesn't matter what I believe. You should do what's right. My God. But what does she care? She has a lawyer and she's already setting up her fucking defense.
I mean, Andrea, you're a mother. You would want to know. God forbid anything happens to your kids, but you would want to know.
And the crazy part about all of this is, Spanky, the only one that is trying to do this is you and your little sidekick there and your little misinformation cronies. You, as a father, should have some tact, but you don't. We always don't get what we want, do we? We have to deal with your piece of shit ass being a father. So why don't you tell yourself all this shit before telling somebody else what you think they should do? Because if it wasn't for you and the dumb bitch sitting next to you, they wouldn't be in this situation. Do you understand me clearly, Spanky? If you and Messy Molly wouldn't be continuing to do this, they wouldn't need anybody to be out here calling you out. But you continue.
My heart is going like this. I feel so bad for that baby. The fuck is wrong with you? My God, to every one of my subs that have been following me because of Dre, because of Marvonne, for everyone whose lives have been touched by these videos. I'm sorry that this is happening, but she is a very selfish person.
Molly, I'm going to ask you this in the beginning of this because you keep talking about publicly. I wouldn't be addressing this publicly if you hadn't. You keep talking about how your mom is really sick and not doing well. So what if one of these troll channels that doesn't like you created an article and announced the passing of your mom like you did to Dre? What would you do? Think about that for a moment. Justin, think about that for a moment if somebody did that about your spouse. What would you do? You would use it for content. Of course you would. I mean, that's here nor there. But put yourself in those shoes. You can't because you're incapable of seeing past your bullshit. But most of us can absolutely realize that you would flip your lid if this was to be turned on you, and I hope it's never done. I don't condone shit like that. I think it's absolutely disgusting. So I'm definitely not encouraging that to be done. But as many people dislike her and as much has been done by her, for her to think that she's going to, do this to somebody else and things aren't going to come back around. That's not how it goes. But think about how you would feel.
She is a very greedy, nasty, evil person.
This is just exactly what she's doing.
This is what she wanted. I'm not going to lie. I saw a game coming. She enjoys this kind of stuff. Playing with people.
They seriously need a refund on any acting classes that they've ever paid for her because she is just so heartless and calculated. It's disgusting. They did a whole script. It's been scripted. They've been saying the same thing. If you don't believe me, go watch the clips. We did it. I think we did it Saturday that we went through those. It is all there. She don't care. She is showing no emotion. She's, you're so evil. She doesn't. She's yelling out of her phone like she's some important Billy badass that everybody should bow down to. No, you're not. And you're destroying somebody's family or trying to. That's your goal.
She likes it. Evil. You're evil. You're evil.
You're evil. You're evil. If you guys could see the faces I make, I can't even make myself look that. Rein it in. Rein it in, Cuntessa. Rein it in. Because let me tell you, this is so hard. I don't know who the hell can do stuff like this with just a straight face like she does. It's so terrible. And as far as I saw somebody mentioning Elle made an apology, Elle made a bunch of fucking excuses. Let's get real. Elle doesn't own shit. Elle is going to continue right along, just moving on, because every time she gets caught in something, she does a half-ass apology and then makes excuses for it. That's what she's done all along through this story. She's had every opportunity to get it right, to understand the facts, and she's continually chose to run with misinformation with this group. I have no use for their fuck shit, period. End of story. And if you like her, that's totally fine. Just keep her shit over there. There's no use for it here. And I won't argue about her in the comments because she is what she is, what she is.
You can't even call his mother? You can't even send Wynette a text message? You have the father's number.
Just put it's true or it's not
true. You know what? An emoji. Is that too much to ask?
So she's encouraging Dre to react to something, put an emoji. What? So now they're going to be watching if Dre puts an emoji anywhere or anything, and they're going to run with that. That's what she's basically saying. They're watching for all of that, which I know is true. But this is the type of low that she'll go to. It's absolutely disgusting.
You can't tell one of your mods? No, right? Holy damn, I wish I had people that were that devoted to me. Holy shit. Are people sitting back and laughing? Because I don't find it funny.
You have people that's devoted to you.
I don't, not like that. But then again, I would never do that to my sisters. I would never do that to them.
Since when has she ever referred to her Patreons as her sisters? She is obsessed with Dre. She is literally watching all of Dre's old content, trying to find out how she can be more like her, in my opinion. She has been trying to use more language like Dre does. Some of the things she's obsessed with Dre. It's actually scary. And that's not a joke. It's becoming scary, her obsession with Dre and trying to get a reaction from Dre. It's because she's used to being able to push people to the level she wants. She's used to controlling people with her erratic behavior. It's all that if you don't react, I'm going to keep increasing it. She thrives off of this. She wants to play this cat and mouse game. She thinks she's winning something. It's sick.
I would never do that to the people that...
I would do it to my worst enemy.
Your freaking brain on yours and thinking about this shit. You need to end this. This is... Oh, it makes me... oh my God, I think I'm going to throw up thinking...
I mean, who didn't think that she was going to magically get sick? Something was going to happen. She was going to put on a show, you know? I mean, this is just par for the course. And let me tell you again, Molly, if you really had chronic illness like you claim you do, you would not be doing the crap you're doing from a chronic illness sufferer. So sit the fuck down and stop using it all for a show, because those of us that actually fucking live that life would never do the shit you're doing and or be so heartless and cold to do this stuff to people who are actually in the middle of crisis. So before you continue with your little charade, I thought people were talking about Munchausen for a long time. Well, just saying. I mean, I don't think it's where people are looking. I would love to see the definition fully of that. Well, in my opinion, she's a narcissist. That's what this is. But there's that. Hypochondriac. That's the word I'm looking for. They talked about, she used to push the Munchausen thing with this Dre story in the beginning. She got away from it. But she is what my mom calls everybody a hypochondriac. That's what she is, in my opinion.
About this. I'm sorry, but we're just going to have to sit and wait. There's a reason. I'm telling you, there's a reason. This chick. Watch and see. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. So sorry. So sorry. But I'm not the one playing games here. It's her. Because if you got a legitimate news source, people, you're playing games with everybody. You can't even come out and say something. And these medical people can't even, go around because of the HIPAA. They can't do anything. Unbelievable.
This kind of indicates, I guess, right? Like shark cards and Joseph's bathroom missing. Whatever he did.
Sorry, it went on to the next video. Okay, there. I think I'm back to quiet spot. Sorry about that for a second. It moved right on to Ikmel's voice. I was like, wait, how did that happen? I don't even know what to say about that whole show. That was just disgusting and complete bullshit. All of this is, if anybody has questions about this not just being a reaction to get a reaction out of jury at this point in time, I'm speechless. Is there any questions before we move on to the next one? Because we're going to move on to the next video that she did. This whole thing is disgusting. Most of you guys know it's a psychological disorder manifesting physical symptoms. That's why the doctor can't find anything. And that's why she has to go to a psychiatrist. Conversion disorder. Sweet Beat, does non-epileptic seizures or pseudo seizures fall into that too? I've been wondering about that myself, but I would never diagnose or something like that, but I've just been wondering about that too. Yeah, that's Shopaholic. That's where we're going. We're going down the road today. We're going to go through them. If anybody has any questions, I know there's new people over here that are lurking because of the behaviors lately, and I'm sure people do have questions. Please feel free to ask questions. If you're confused on things, if you really don't know what to believe, everybody's welcome here. We encourage open conversation, except about things that we've proven over and over and over again, like Elle. I'm not going to entertain the possibility of, oh, she's a great person. She has had these opportunities given to her. She's had a choice to make. She has continued to pass off misinformation. And let me tell you, as a veteran's wife, I think her husband's a veteran, if that's correct, she should be disturbed that she helped put this out there. They put so much more effort into making these stories up and putting them out there than they will ever do to apologize or right their wrongs. So if you guys have any questions, ask them. People, yes, but as soon as she had the first symptoms, she faked the, Sweet Bee, okay. That might be, yeah, I hate peas. Yeah, if that's the type of detectives we have out here, ooh, that's the other thing they've been talking about. Her comments have been encouraging Molly to hire a private investigator. You guys, we were all told that there was a court order, that all that money went to a court order that secured Letitia being able to see Marvonne. They claimed that $14,000. I don't remember. It was $11,700. I think it was the total of the attorneys. I can go back. It's in all my videos, and the accounting is accurate in the previous videos. But they claimed that they spent gobs of money on this attorney. If they spent all of this money on an attorney and there was a court order, why are we here? We wouldn't be. Think about it, people. Think about all of the things that they've said previous to this. If there was an attorney with a legal court order, like they've claimed, like Molly has flashed at the screen, like we've all been led to believe that the money was spent for attorney, where's the attorney now? And why would they ever have came to social media and announced this before discussing it with the family? Hey, everybody hopping in. Thanks for coming by. Hey, Ryan. Hey, Am. Panda, I've heard that some people have major issues with that. And it's a really real thing. Like, that is a very legitimate illness. I don't wish that on anybody. Yeah, Moonlight, me neither. There's just no proof. Yeah, there's no proof. They've never showed that there's proof of an attorney. And again, people are saying, oh, somebody in the comments was saying she's got an attorney, all that stuff. And at this point in time, maybe there is one for other things. I wouldn't believe it until I saw concrete proof. And I'm not demanding proof of that because we know we were never going to get it. I'm just saying, personally, I will never believe that there is an attorney considering the way things have worked out. So we still have the questions. Where did all the money go? And why has Molly continued to pass this off? Why has the family been okay with all of the things that Molly has done to Dre and Marvonne? They claim they love Marvonne. He is so important to them. They can't handle not knowing what's going on with him. They want to know. They want to be involved. Please just let us. But they have sat here willingly and participated in Dre, Marvonne, and the children being drugged all over social media. They claim that they love their grandson so much, but yet the creators they align themselves with have used him as content, a minor child. Can anybody make that make sense? I have a lot of questions. Why would the family be okay with the things that have been done to Marvonne and Dre? Do they not know? Because we've got clips of the harassment over and over and over again. She's called numerous times. She's posted not factual information. She has claimed that the family has been involved in all of it. So either the family has been choosing to not pay attention, they've been aware and not knowing how to handle it, or it's easier and safer just to part ways. I don't know what the option is, but there's no way that if they love and care about this man, that they would condone this behavior knowingly. There's just no way. She's attacking Marvonne. She went from putting out that he potentially had passed away falsely off, there's no confirmation whatsoever, never been. So she creates this whole fabrication. And what's she doing now? Using more content and dragging Dre. And the title of the video, let me look at what it is. The newest one is, it was all Von's choice, part 1. She cannot stop using his name. Will she ever? Probably not. She will have to at some point in time because we're not stopping. We're not going away. We're not going to just, oh yeah, today you're going to get a pass. We're not doing that. It's absolutely gross. Yep, she's causing chaos and making money off of it. Oh, by the way, just so everybody's aware and we do a check-in, I'm still not monetized. I have not applied for monetization. Somebody asked me that again. I'm not monetized. I have not monetized my channel. I haven't even applied for monetization. That's been a personal choice of mine. I just have felt that too many people have made money off of Marvonne's story only. I came out here to tell the truth. Granted, it's became a full-time job trying to unravel all of this stuff, but I'm still not a monetized channel. If you don't believe me and you want to know it, that's for the anti-caters because they seem to think I'm making money off this. But here we are with that. Let's go on to the next one. All right. So the next one would be Marvonne Jackson Sr. Speaks. Let's do that one next. Yeah. Y'all ready? Oh, hold on. I got to back it up. I know is absolutely sorry. Technical difficulties. I have two screens up, but I need to get a mouse and use it. Yeah. Y'all are learning with me, okay? Like I have to say, if you're in here, will you please give me a thumbs up so we can get this out in the algorithm? I hardly ever ask for that, and I hate doing it. It makes me feel awkward, but if you don't mind, please give me a thumbs up. We need to push this stuff out into the algorithm, and there's very few of us telling the truth. But with that being said, you guys have learned YouTube with me. Like this has been Cuntessa learning YouTube right along. So I appreciate you guys all hanging through with the bumps and bruises we all go through. But I appreciate it. Well, that didn't work. Where did it go? I didn't share my screen, y'all. Oh, brother. It's going to be a long day. Sorry. That'd be me. That's not sharing the screen yet. And just here we are. Sorry, y'all. We got it now. Whoops.
I think I hit something. Okay. All right. Michael Lightly, I'm here with Mr. Marvonne outside of his house. And Miss Sassy, there you go.
That's Mama.
Here we are. So right now, Mr. Marvonne is standing outside of his house, and I came to him. He's just as confused as everyone else is.
The first thing I have to say is, how many of you guys feel like she bought him that shirt to match her sports bra? Does anybody else think that she might have bought him that shirt to match her sports bra? Anybody? Because I've thought that as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh my God, she bought him a matching shirt. But the other point of this is instantly you can just see how she's not there mentally. She is absolutely not. She's checked out. She's in another la la land. This isn't important to her. But I want you to pay attention to a few things. I don't know what's said in all of this. I haven't not watched it fully. I wanted to react. I tried to take yesterday off, but I wanted to react to this live with you guys. So again, bear with my cussing. Pay attention to her interviews though. She overtalks every interview she does. She sets up what they're going to say, how they're going to respond. It's all in the way she phrases questions, and she instantly does not wait for a full answer and cuts them off and continues. She controls the entire conversation. None of this really is genuinely from him. If you watch how she plays out every interview she's ever done that I've seen her do, this is how she does them. It's terrible.
We just started talking, and he said, let's just record this because I'm really angry. And I made a video where I don't know what to believe, and neither does he.
Yes, because we keep getting information over the telephone saying that it was a hoax, that he was dead. So, and I tried to talk to the detective in Yuma, but he never called me back. So I'm thinking about how can I go about filing a missing person report, see if that'll work. That should be the next step. So, but they put out that he passed, and then again they said that he ain't. So they're saying, is he dead or is he alive? So we don't know.
How many times have you called Andrea?
Plenty of times. She never returned a call, neither text.
What about Miss Wynette?
She called her plenty of times too when I'm away.
That's interesting that they say that. Sorry, we're taking a smoke break outside, so I'm walking through the house. But it's interesting that they say that they can't get in touch with Dre, but yet when Dre reached out and apologized to Wynette, they didn't respond. Just some facts in there.
Wait.
Yep. And what about the night before last? She called 10 times in a row.
Yeah, and she called the day and text.
Yep. Letitia, I know, is absolutely beside herself.
Yeah,
and now she's even more confused.
Yes. Oh, that was Matt right there.
Oh, Miss Wynette, here she comes. Uh-oh.
Yes, I talked to Tisha today and let her know because she was upset yesterday when I told her and sent her the clip, but they said the clip that I sent, the news clip, it was a hoax. So I'm glad I told her today that they said it was a hoax, so she could probably feel a little relieved, a lot relieved, because she was very upset.
Okay, so right now, the only person that legit knows
So remember how many times Molly has said that Letitia knew throughout those days that she was in Savannah? She tried to keep passing it off that Letitia was aware, Letitia knew, all of this stuff. Marvonne Sr. just confirmed that Letitia didn't know anything of this and that they were using that article as a source, which it's not.
Knows is one person, right?
Andrea, his wife.
And she has not reached out to anyone. Now, there are other people that are involved, and I'm getting screenshots of different people that do know Andrea, and she's ignoring them as well. Come on over here, Miss Whatnot. Say hello. Come on over. I just want you to say, how many times did you reach out, for real, to Miss Andrea, respectively? And she is ignoring you. She's ignoring everything. How nice have you been to her? A lot. So nothing works? Nothing. Apparently not. We're just concerned about his son. His Letitia's son. Well, where's your head right now? What are you thinking? All over the place. Because Letitia came back. She came back to Savannah. They went out of town to celebrate the granddaughters or the niece. Today's his birthday. Yes.
Yes, today's his
Today's Marvonne's birthday. Yeah, we're yes, today's Marvonne's birthday. That's why we're going out to celebrate, to eat crab, something that Marvonne loves to eat. Marvonne would have loved to have crab with his real family in Savannah. That's something that he loves. Dre was seen yesterday by his neighbor, and Andrea was seen by the neighbors yesterday, cleaning out the patio and the trailer thing yesterday. Yeah. Yes, the RV. That's all I know. So the thing is I want to go there. I want to go out to you.
All right, I want to see what you guys say. Tell me what you think right now. Is she doing all this so she has a reason to go out to Arizona? I want to see what you guys say in the comments for a minute. Sorry, I had to let the dog in my room. Yep, she wants to go to Arizona. Yep. That's what I feel too. And think about it here. Marvonne Sr. is not saying anything. Wynette is not saying anything. They're not running this interview. Molly is running this interview. Molly is putting out there what they think. None of this would have happened to that family, Marvonne Sr. and Wynette. If anybody clips any of my videos, please clip this part and send it. I don't care who they send it to, even Letitia. Please, please, if you want for this to end, stop associating yourself with that woman. Molly, Justin, Elle, all of them. They're doing no harm or no good. They're doing nothing but harm to your family. Intentionally, for a story.
Arizona, because I don't know.
I want to go out there, but I don't know where to go, where to start.
Well, I think that I could help if I come. I really do. I think that it might have to take me, and
I know the last time we went out there, the police wouldn't give me no information. They said that she like the.
And there you have it, folks. That's all anybody should need to hear. Molly is trying to get the family to give her approval, basically, She needs them on her on her side still, because then she has a reason to go out there and attack Dre, because she'd be doing it on their behalf. How is the continual attack of Dre helping mend fences between Marvonne Sr., Wynette, and Dre? How is Molly continuing to attack Dre and Marvonne and children helping Letitia and family? Exactly what could Molly accomplish in Arizona? Nothing. Nothing besides stirring up trouble and harassing and stalking this family further, in my opinion.
Power of attorney, because she is married to him, so
I'm tired.
yeah, whatever she say goes.
Yeah? Really?
You got your light on.
So whatever she says. So right now, as far as legalities go, that's one thing, but emotionally, as his father, can you believe that she doesn't have it in her? What did you tell Justin today? Didn't you say that a woman that you know told you that he had passed around the 20th of last month?
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, that's what she said. But she said she don't know how true it is, but a friend that was a friend of Andrea's said that.
So everything's hearsay right now, and it's no facts. And I feel terrible for hearing that he died. So supposedly she's
okay. So I can't even talk. So the jaw's not going this time. It's the eyes this time. Pay attention to the eyes. The jaw might be a little bit more stable this time, but it's the eyes. And I'm sorry, but you have such little respect for this family in this interview that you didn't even shower beforehand. You didn't even care what you looked like to do this interview. You don't call yourself a professional journalist, which thankfully, but you didn't even give a shit enough to shower and take care of yourself to show this interview, because you know it's a bunch of bullshit. It was all set up. It was all put into plan. It's all been an act, Molly. Everybody knows it.
said in her little fan club, Slay with Dre McCray, this girl is a moron. But this is the thing.
And again, I'm going to remind some of you, Molly's Patreons that some of you are chummy with never corrected Molly one time. That's how much amazing these people are. They didn't correct her. They didn't try. And there's a bunch of them in that Slay with Dre McCray group that knew that there was never a post. I've said it before. This all is a game. And if you're not paying attention to the chess players, well, that's on you. But this is all a game. This stuff is not just coincidental.
If she's got a fan club, why aren't these women talking? Are you telling me she's a cult leader? That she's got all these girls that are willing to keep a secret like that from his own family?
Friend she got.
Better friends than you do, obviously, because the friend that you've picked, Molly right there, is lying to you and using you as content continually. At least Dre's friends aren't out here making up lies to cover for her. They're not responding because there's no fact basis here. Why are they going to continually respond to things that aren't true? They don't owe any of us a response. This is none of our business. But you think you're owed it, Molly. You think you're entitled to this. The family is one thing. You're nobody. Do I need to remind you of that again? You are nobody.
I mean, where's the humanity in that? If the mother's bawling her eyes out, I mean, I heard you crying.
Teacher called us about wailing, and I started crying because I was driving.
And I'm going to say this. You know it's bad if Letitia and Marvonne and Wynette are communicating because they don't have a good relationship. But when it comes to him and something like this that Molly has created, they're communicating. Thank goodness. Now, if they could continue to communicate them as a family and get away from these creators who are exploiting their tragedy, it would be so much better off. The damage has been done. There is so much damage that has been done that they have sat by and allowed and watched happen. But in my opinion, the only hope of anything changing ever is them having to pull away. They have to, for their son's sake. They say that that's what they want so bad. They want to know. They want to be involved. This isn't the way to go about it. And it's definitely not the way to sit by and watch a creator continually attack your family, his wife.
It's just an emotion. Because as a mother, I have a 20-year-old son. I couldn't.
Do you feel like she's playing games with you?
Yeah.
You do? I feel like she's playing games.
Laughing in our face.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've never talked to Wynette or Marvonne Sr., but if I was to talk to them, I would honestly encourage them to realize where the games are coming from and how the games were all set up, because it's not as they assume. And she has fed them so much misinformation that of course they're going to believe this. Molly is the one playing the games with them, nobody else. And that is the facts. Nobody, including me, I haven't. I guess I should speak for myself. I have not been attacking this family. We have been pointing out the facts of what has gone on. There is a big difference.
What do you think of those videos that she's been putting out that I've been reading?
I love it.
You don't think it's a coincidence at the timing? That in the past month that she's putting all these new videos out under a different name, trying to prove of how happy he was with her? Really? So weird, right? He was so happy.
I cannot with her fake BS at all. She is so phony. The Missing Puzzle Pieces has been putting out content for a long time now. Molly just found them and is using them to twist everything up and amp everything up again. That's the facts of this. Nothing has changed. It's been being put out. It's her content that they're putting out to show his own words, what he has said. Why is that a problem? Because they don't want people to hear his own words. And now selectively, she's choosing stuff that, yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm jumping ahead. Yeah, it's so cringy. And I'm sorry, her professionally done eyebrows really need help, especially when they're close up.
He was so happy with me. Look how much he loved me. Really? So he loved you so much that he would go into the back and do that to himself? Because guys that are that happy, they don't think that that's the better option. At least that's the way I feel. And that's.
She is standing there talking to his biological dad and stepmother and says this. Guys that are really happy don't go do this. Do you know how that makes them feel? Think about that for a minute. Think about that for a minute of how disrespectful that is. Christy, I agree. Sorry, I had to take a drink. And the only reason I bring up her brows is because she brags about them all the time. And But think about what she just said to his parents. rubbing that in their face so she can make an attack at Dre. They had an impact on his life too. You can't tell me that they didn't. So while you're sitting here trying to blame Dre for all of anything he's felt in his life, you're standing there making a mockery of two people that also played a role in his life. And you're so naive. Well, you're not naive. You're just dumb. That you won't even take the time to realize you are doing the most disgusting shit. You know, but it's all about the money for you.
That's my opinion. And that's the opinion of a lot of people. And to me, she doesn't act like an innocent lady. And my heart goes out to Raza.
This pisses me off so bad. There's 3 children. 3 children that he loved very much so. Loves very much so. And she wants to continue to pull on their heartstrings with the one that they have a blood relation to. That's what she's trying to do, is get them amped up because you're not going to see your grandson again. You're not going to see your grandson again. Reminder, he's 7. They've seen him once before this situation. Once. Marvonne Sr. and Wynette, their words. Letitia has never met him. So you're meaning to tell me that all of a sudden now it's important? Now it's important. It's important to you because you're using it as a way to leverage their emotions. That's what you're doing, Molly.
Just remember, your grandson is a firecracker. And he's got a mouth and he's very, very smart.
Yeah, that's Miss Granddaddy.
He's very smart.
He seems
quiet.
Yeah.
I see him like one time.
Marvonne looks like him. He does.
He put my son came down and I talked to him.
Hands, I took her down.
Coincidentally, something happened to me going to a coma when he was supposed to be coming down there.
Really?
Yeah, people that got an RV and around about 2 weeks.
Whoa. Hold on a second, sir. Did you just hear what he just said? Oh, because of the traffic. He said, none of us ever knew that.
Yeah.
The timing. You better back that train up. He just said that, and that's new information. He was planning a trip.
She's so fucking high that she doesn't remember that was one of her big sticking points all through this story. He got a trailer right before this and had intentions on going to see his family. He wanted away from her so bad. Really, Molly? I think you need to make sure you're sober next time you do an interview, first and foremost.
To come to Savannah in that trailer right around the time that he slipped into a coma.
Yeah, during that time.
Okay, it's another one of those Cuntessa's on a roll today, but when she looks up at the sky, don't you wish a meteor would hit her? I'm sorry, just got to tell you guys what's actually going through my brain when I watch this, but that's what I'm thinking when she looks up at the sky is, here we are. I'm on a roll. It's going to be a long week if this is the way I am on Monday.
They already know.
Ouch.
Lord
You do know that he loved you guys very much, right?
I know he did.
Yeah, he did. His face lit up. Yep. That's why he bought that RV. Was to go to Savannah.
Yeah.
And she was excited to see Grandma. That's why I asked. Oh, Marvonne was his favorite. And I think there was a connection there. Why she liked that grandma so much.
She's talking to Marvonne Sr. and Wynette about Letitia's biological grandmother, Marvonne's great-grandmother who raised him, who is still alive, his great-grandmother, who lives in the same area that Molly's currently in, and not once have you heard her mention or ask, I wonder how she's doing. Not once has she asked about his adoptive mother.
She's a very selfish person. She was selfish to those children, and we saw it. She was selfish with him. She stripped him of everything, of his manhood. She took his wallet, his computer. He had no money. You didn't know that, Miss Wynette? You didn't know that, Miss Wynette?
I didn't know that until
I didn't know that until I heard that. Well, we'll let her finish. But do you hear what Molly is trying to intentionally put in their heads? Shark bait. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all, this is you guys are feeling the same emotions that I've been feeling. A lot of us have been feeling this. And although I don't want anybody to feel the frustration I've been feeling because it has been so immense. I know some of us have been feeling it, but think about this for a moment, because we are strangers. Think about all of what this is doing to Dre and those children and people around Dre who love and support her. That they can't, what are you going to do? What are you going to say? Nothing you can do helps the situation. She's out here just causing a ruckus over and over and over again. We all have these emotions this strongly about this. Imagine being her. None of us have any right to any information in this story. We have no interest. Most of us don't have a personal connection. Some do. Some have been followers of hers for a long time, which my heart goes out to all of you, because I can't imagine what a horrible position this has been. It's a lose-lose situation. The only person winning is Molly, because people continue to let her get away with shit like this. Well, no more. We're not stopping. We're not going away. We are going to continue to tell every family that you guys come near to stay away from you. Every single story that you try to exploit, we will all be right there telling them the truth. You will not, mark my words, exploit another family like this. And you will, some way, shape, or form, something will come out of this, and you will absolutely get your karma. Some way, somehow. I'm letting everybody else handle that. Powers that be. But you don't do this type of evil shit without some sort of consequence. There is consequences for these choices that you have continued to make.
He couldn't order himself a pizza. You didn't know that? He couldn't get himself a sandwich. You never saw that video?
I saw that one. Yeah. I saw it.
He couldn't go out with his Marine friends. His dream was to be a Marine. He wanted to retire a Marine. I'm sorry, but I'm about to cry too. She took that away from him too. She took everything.
I'm about to cry too. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Cue the tears. I can't even. When you cry, and I'm sure some of you guys know this, but when you cry, like most of us can feel it coming, like it works up. And for me, some of you guys have heard me get choked up. There's no like holding it back, and it just comes. This is all a show. Again, they need refunds for their drama classes because it's terrible.
And now she's going to take her grandson too. It's sad. It's very sad.
Not a single fucking tear. Not a single tear. She tries to wipe. There's nothing there. You've done too many. You're dehydrated. That's what you always say. I'm sure that's probably why you didn't have any tears. You're dehydrated because you've just been juicing. Look at Marvonne Sr. looking at her. I can't. Y'all. Navy, yep. And he was medically discharged for an injury. And she continually puts shade on this shit. Yeah, her acting skills are terrible. Yeah, he looks just exhausted. Like, why am I doing this? And that's what I hope they realize is there's no point. This is only getting things worse. Shark bait, right? Right.
Marvonne McCray, Yuma, Arizona, U.S. Marine Aviation Operations Specialist on death hopes. See?
Read the whole thing. Read the whole thing.
Why? Why do people do things like this? Why do people do things like this? With no compassion for the people that care for him, knowing that the siblings and the family is going to see it.
Another part to clip if anybody clips this. Marvonne Sr. and Wynette, please listen for a moment. Again, I don't know if you'll ever see this. Letitia, if you're listening, please watch my previous video on this. This isn't a random article that just popped up out of nowhere. They needed a source to vet this information to continue their story to go. The source that the article used is a random follower that made a post after Molly made a big scene, and they used it in the article. There is no confirmation of anything. There never was in that article. It all came from Molly. Every single bit of it. If you don't believe me, please ask somebody else. I don't expect you to trust anybody, but people can walk you backwards in this and see it.
Pull up the whole thing.
It makes you sick in your stomach. I was sick.
Now you pull up the whole thing on there.
Just keep strolling up. Keep strolling up.
Marvonne Sr. and Wynette have obviously looked at this article extensively. Molly has too. Molly knew exactly what was going on. But when we started calling out that it was not a legit article, they thought they were going to be able to slide that in there. Elle was questioned before she continued. She continued. She says, oh, I thought it was a reputable source. Oh, yeah, it's reputable. And just continued on. They have no intention on vetting this information. They knew it was bullshit. They knew it's fabricated information. Go look on Twitter. All you see is SMBC being fake, reporting false information. It's everywhere. And conveniently, one of Molly's followers is the one that they take a random post from and use for their article. Make that make sense.
They ain't going up no more.
Is that a screenshot? Oh, it might be a screenshot. Let me get to the original. Do you want to read it out loud? No. Why would a person do that?
I don't know.
It's not funny. They do them on celebrities. Now, who would do something like that? It's almost like she's doing it because she's so sneaky and nasty. Or one of her little trolls. Because if they can do this, listen, they set Miss Letitia up. They set her up. And let me tell you something. That ex-husband of hers told me in the very beginning, she's a sneaky one.
Can anybody explain how Letitia was set up? The only person that set anybody up in this whole entire thing has been Molly and Molly's camp. There has been no setup. Letitia came to social media, asked for fundraising help to be able to see Marvonne and get legal help to do that, and travel to Arizona. She was given thousands of dollars. It was claimed numerous times that she had attorneys, which was never proven. It was claimed that she gave refunds, which that never happened. The only person that ever got a refund was Katie with her GoFundMe. That, in essence, has made them blame Katie for every bit of this, when in fact, once again, that's just not facts. Katie didn't start the refund stuff that was already going on. People were already questioning it. There was already issues. There has been no setup of Letitia from this side. The facts are the facts. All of the screenshots, you can read their screenshots. You can read what was going on in the admin chats. You can read some of the text messages between these people. Go read them yourself. Do the fact checking. It's out there. The only person that has set anybody up in this has been Molly and Spanky and crew. I need to come up with a name for Shaggy. Spanky, Shaggy, and Slimy. I don't know.
She's bad. And he said those little girls will say anything to bring. They're scared of her. You know what? Then get custody of your daughters. Get them now. But then that leaves poor little Raza. And here she is sitting there, man. I told those girls to get Raza away. I don't know what I'm going to do. What happened to Marvonne McCray, who's reportedly in a coma since May 23rd after he attempted suicide? His mother updated followers today that she just learned about the suicide from the police, not from her daughter-in-law. According to reports, his wife, Andrea Slay, restricts him from seeing him throughout his childhood. Yuma, Arizona. They have one child together. However, she denies that the two had a fight. Well, instead referred to their conflicts as disagreements. No one has a disagreement and goes into a shed. What about the marks on his arm? Did you see anything on his arm? I know we asked you this once.
Yeah.
Scratches. Wonder how he got those. I mean, he never left the house. Were they dog scratches?
I'm sorry, but they both have to know that she's whacked out of her gourd. They look, yeah, I agree with you. They do look disgusted. They absolutely look like, oh my goodness, what are we doing? Because she's going through and just picking stuff out of there and saying stuff to them that is absolutely so disrespectful. Again, can you imagine how much guilt they already have in this situation? And then and I'm not agreeing with anything that's been done either by the family, but think about that for a minute. She's only intensifying that.
I mean, it caught. Hey, you never know. Oh my God, when Andrea began advertising a controversial vegan diet, substances which is, oh my God, K is theoretically lawful, has not been approved for the medicinal use by the Food and Drug Administration. SNBC13.com hoax. Okay, well, the thing is before that, the when you clicked on it, it disappeared. So now that's the updated one. Now there's that. Oh, sassy. Oh, she's just rolling around. Oh. Are you done for the day?
No, I just came.
Oh, okay. Today's voting day.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Is there anything you want to say to Andrea right now? Because I know she's going to watch this.
I just hope that she gives me some information on where my son at.
Just that's it.
Call or text.
Just a text. A text. One text. I'll leave you alone. I'll leave her alone. Right? How many times have I pled and said?
You have never stuck to a single thing that you have said. You said that if she allowed them to see Marvonne, that you would take down all of your videos and walk away. That was months ago. after they were allowed to see him. All you've done is amp up. Why should anybody believe a fucking word you say? Because you don't stick to it. You have done nothing but harm this family over and over and over again. You are using them for content. They can't even find out about their son because of you and stuff that has happened because of your story. And unfortunately, they've gone along with it. They will have to answer for all of that in time, I'm sure too. But don't you think that maybe the best option would be for your loud mouth, if you really cared about this family, to stop talking about it, period? Stop lying about them. You're doing nothing but putting more of a target on them. And you don't care at all. Doesn't affect you. Doesn't affect how you sleep at night. And by the way, honey, you're spending a lot of money on that skincare and all of what you've had done, and you brag about it all the time. You're still the same evil, vile piece of shit. Whether you have good skin, bad skin, greasy hair, beautiful hair, you're still the same piece of shit. But your skincare looks like shit, by the way. And I can't wait. I can't wait until someday you get what's coming to you. Because it's going to happen. Somebody is going to say enough and take you off this platform because of all the harm that you've done to families. And you've earned it. You are the one that's earned it. You should never have a place to be able to do this ever again.
That I'll leave you alone. I won't bother you. But if she keeps going and keeps leading this family on, I really will go to you. I will totally go to you. I really will.
Oh, please, 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 just tell me you want me to go to Yuma. Please, please, please tell me I'm your only hope. Please, please, please tell me. Please. She's begging them to say, yeah, go to Arizona, because then she has a reason. She wants the family's approval to continue her attack. She wants the family to continue to attack Dre alongside of her. Oh, please, please, please. You're disgusting. You've been begging to go to Arizona to harass her in person. Let me just tell you something. Many of you were around when I went on vacation right at the beginning of this. Where did I go for vacation? I went to visit my in-laws. Somebody asked me if I went down there. I'm not that far away. You think that people followed you down there? Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just be your next super fan, come in to videotape you. Just joking. I would never waste my time. But I hope that if you do something stupid like that, well, I hope you're arrested. I hope, yeah, exactly. I'm not far. I'm not far. And you know what? Again, I don't have any connection to this family, but I tell you what, if I found out she was going down there, I would meet her ass at the airport so she could never get out of that airport and go harass that family. I tell you what, I would move heaven and earth to try and help protect that family, because this shit has to end. It has to end. Threatening to go to Arizona. I mean, it's a good time to go. It's winter in a lot of places, so it's warm. I get that. Bitch, go to Tahiti. Go somewhere else. Go on an island with nobody, because that's the only place that people can. Well, I don't even think animals could stand you. I wouldn't go. I'm not saying that. I would never put myself in the situation of like invading Dre's, but I would absolutely do anything to protect the further damage that she's done. It is disgusting.
It's torture.
Okay, look at that face. Just look at that face. And she's doing a very serious interview about potentially the passing of Marvonne. with his biological father and stepmother. Jose, right? Yep. There's a lot of us that would absolutely, yes, go see your own mom. Like, why are they continuing to harass this family? And I know I'm not alone. I was not a Dre like supporter. Or, can you imagine Dre's supporters that are close by? I wouldn't have to. They would meet her at the airport. Like they would escort her off the plane. This is too much, and rightfully so. Ship her right back on the same plane. Just seatbelt her in. This is absolutely out of control, and they think it's funny. They think it's a joke. They think it's a game. There's 3 kids that will always live with what's happening right now. They will have to deal with this for the rest of their lives. How fair is that to them?
You use the word torture.
It's torture for his dad and Letitia.
Yeah, she got Bell's palsy, and now, oh, they really set her up with that whole money thing. They set her up. Yeah, they totally set her up.
Who set her up, Molly? Because the only one that was really pushing it over and over and over again was you. So who set her up? You? Do you remember when you started asking questions and needed verification and all this stuff before you would push the fundraiser out the first day? And then something changed in minutes. You were like, oh yeah, run with it. Don't donate to GoFundMe. I've always been burnt on GoFundMe. It's always been nothing good. Here, donate to all this other shit. Then you lied about all the different accounts where the money was going, all of this shit. Exactly, Linda. Yep. Letitia had already started fundraising on her own for legal assistance to see Marvonne. Then the YouTubers got involved and started pushing that big time. I still don't have information of who asked Wynette and Marvonne Sr. to raise funds on their behalf. I don't know if my Marvonne Sr. and Wynette asked for them to raise funds. My opinion of it is that one of the 2 bigger YouTubers asked them if they wanted them to fundraise for them as a way of securing a story. That's my opinion. Yep, to admit that she was set up. To admit that she was set up admits that Letitia is caught up. Thanks, Molly, for confirming. Yep. So how is this a setup if everything's on the up and up? And exactly how you have said, Molly, all along that Goose and Letitia were so close. They talked every day. She was so close to her. Why is Goose conveniently stopped honking? Because she's a scared little goose. Her goose might be cooked. You've got a lot of misinformation cronies that you surround yourself with. And they are just as dangerous as you are. Some of them are more dangerous because they think creating articles like this is fun. Yeah. Sadly, the Jacksons will wake up once they're being sued. You can bet. And I pray that Dre is setting up lawsuits on all her and those who have collected funds on Marvonne. Yep. I agree with you, Lady K9. Yeah, that also admits that Letitia has been out of the picture in communication with Molly, which we knew. We've been saying all along. Juju, that's not true. She's very highly involved in all of this stuff on a daily basis. That's what they've been telling everybody. And again, I don't wish anything bad on her mom, but the story is just not how it goes. I mean, she might step away conveniently because shit was getting deep. And she made a lot of claims that they could not back up. That was misinformation that we called her out on. There's a whole video debunking shit Goose said. Yeah, no, I know. And again, I know that a lot of you are new to this. Yeah. Yep. It's just all their games. It's all of their games. And I know that not everybody that was a Patreon of Molly's is a piece of shit that But there's a lot of them. If you're not correcting this misinformation and holding Molly to accountability over the death of a U.S. Marine vet and her passing misinformation off, I have absolutely no use for that type of BS. If you cannot tell her that she's wrong and stand up for what's right, you're no different than her. And that's not to Juju. Juju, thankfully, saw things without, but there's a lot of them that are surrounding herself in her Patreon that are her little cheerleaders still and thinking that this is okay. This is a man's life. We don't fuck around with life and death over here.
When I found out the real thing, oh my God, they totally set her up. And I just recently found out how they set her up. I was like, how is that even possible?
Because it's fucking not. How's that even possible, right, Molly? It seems to be quite impossible, your setup, or the setup that you guys tried to claim was happening, because it's not what happened.
This case brought a lot of people around it. I'm wondering if she's some sort of witch. Right? Have you thought about that? That's weird. I don't know, woman. Better come clean, I'm telling you. I hope that all these people on YouTube start, whoever has been doing this case for Marvonne, starts really putting some pressure on this girl, because this is not right. Whether you like me or like, you know, or you like me or you don't, it's not about me. I mean, here's the father right here.
The only thing that this has ever been about is you. You have taken Marvonne's story, his voice. He hasn't needed a voice. Nobody should be out here claiming to be the voice for Marvonne. I will never claim that I'm a voice for Marvonne or for anybody. I'm not his voice. Molly, is surely not his voice. He doesn't need a voice. This should have never came to social media in the first place, any further than what Dre decided. It should have been left alone. But you have a bunch of entitled little bitches who think that they're entitled to this information because they have a vendetta against Dre. And they perfectly lined up with Letitia and family, who I'm sure have a lot of guilt, a lot of remorse. Letitia was a young mom. Stuff happens. None of us blame her for the decision she made to put him up for adoption. That has never been a situation over here. We have never judged her on those choices. What we've judged her on is the fact that she has chosen to align with you, and you guys continue to harm the person that they claim to love. They claim it's all about Marvonne. Oh, we care so much. We love him so much. We just want to see him. We just want to be there. Well, continuing to align with the very person and people who have done nothing but drag their daughter-in-law and son, biological son, and grandkids all over the internet, who have falsified information about their lives, and you've stood by and watched it happen. Then you get these YouTubers involved. So family meets Facebook bitches, then lines up with the perfect, messiest YouTubers alive. And here we have what we have. A shit show that is created for months. And you want to know what's sick? On that video, she's got like it's a lot. It's like 1,200 likes. 1,200 people liked this video and gave it a thumbs up. Do you know how much damage control we have to do to try and get the correct information out to the 1,200 or whatever, however many 1,000 plus people that liked that video, let alone all of the people that have just watched it and never reacted to it? This is an uphill battle that we've been fighting for months. We've got to start thinking of how there's got to be something we can do here, y'all. I don't know what it's going to take, but something's got to shift. The tide's turning. Now, we've got to ride that out because we have the control. She has shown her hand. We've got to continue to get this out to people. We've got to continue to tell the truth. All you have to do is be honest. Marvonne doesn't need a voice. Marvonne deserves dignity and truth told about his story by his family, especially.
Just help them out. Just that all he wants is to know where's his son.
It's over 1,600 likes.
What are you gonna do
on
with
that video?
She already, you know.
I don't know. It's hard to say from here.
But you just want to know, right? For fact.
Yeah. I have to know. I'm trying everything I could do to find out.
He's been on the phone
all day on the phone. He's been on the phone all day long, and you're working all day long. All right. Okay. All right, guys.
What an evil bitch. What an evil bitch. Think about this for a minute. I've said it many times, and I'm sure some of you missed it, but considering Marvonne Sr.'s current situation, obviously he's getting weekend passes or something. Totally fine. Again, we don't care about their past whatsoever. That's never been a thing that we've judged them on. But they sure, even though we aren't judging them on that, we've only had to bring it up to address certain things. They are judging Dre and Marvonne on every little thing that anybody has brought to social media about them. They feel entitled to go through and disparage their relationship, but we're not even allowed to talk about their backgrounds. You guys can do it to Dre and crew. And yes, the family feels that, how dare you talk about me? How dare you disparage your own son and his wife? Come the fuck on. This is coming from one side. Yes, we can. Yep, Cole, we can. Oh, the I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, that one. She just posted on our page. Yep, that's the next one coming up. It's absolutely disgusting. Thank you all for being here, by the way. There's 187 of you in here, and I appreciate all of you for being here and giving me your time to learn the facts of what we do know. I'm not sitting up here telling you guys to take my own word for this stuff either, y'all. Please go do your research. If you still don't know what to believe, there's enough information out there that can help you put this together. It's there. We've done timelines. We haven't done timeline part 2 yet because it's just been one constant. That's how much this shit show has revolved, gone over and over and over again. Like, we have gone from one part to, I don't even know. I never expected us to get here in any way, shape, or form. Oh, yeah. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Like, I appreciate you guys all so much, so much. And again, y'all, I ask you to remember throughout this whole thing, please say prayers for Dre and family, Marvonne, the kids, even the parents, the siblings. Pray for Molly. She obviously needs it. She's struggling and can't realize that she is on such a downhill spiral that she's never going to come out of the rock bottom she's going to hit. That's the sad thing, is her rock bottom is going to be severe because she's on a mission to push herself there. She's doing it herself. She's got nobody to blame but herself for her continued bullshit. I would love to have a conversation with her husband. I would love to tell him exactly what's happening and what she has done. Granted, I don't think he cares. I think he chooses to be ignorant of what she's doing, but he sounds like kind of a logical person. I mean, they think he's the voice of logic or the voice of reason, which we all know that's not the truth. But yeah, her rock bottom is going to be low. But please keep the family in your prayers. please. And if you don't pray, which is totally fine, I'm not religion shaming or anything, like whatever you feel, please put positive energy out into the universe, light a candle, do something. What we feel is frustration. And I know this story has brought me to tears so many times. Can you imagine about the loved ones around Dre and Marvonne, Dre's family? Can you imagine how this feels to all of the people that love them dearly? Think about that for a minute. We all have such strong reactions to this, but think about the people involved in this. It's disgusting. Thank you all. Yeah, Kathy, I agree. Yeah. I can't think that he has to be so proud. Y'all, if I start acting like that, just know that I'm going on a vacation somewhere. Like, I'm getting sent away. Mine don't put up with no freaking bullshit. He would call me out so fast on my shit, it wouldn't even be funny. Mr. Cuntessa is just like me, though. He's like, well, not just like me, but he's very like me. He told my oldest daughter today that she could use the Venmo card, his Venmo card, if she was going to vote. She could only have the card if she was going to vote. And he don't care what way she votes. He just wants her to vote. That's all he cares about. But he just wants her to learn how to like try to make your voice heard in the right ways. But let's go on to the next one, y'all. Nanya, right? Right. Safari, all of them. Pray for all of them. No, I was being serious though. Like, please send prayers for Dre and family, because we all feel this so strongly and how frustrated this is. I mean, this was bad. I know that there was a few of us that this really hit heavy. We were already kind of on a vulnerable thing on Friday, or I don't even remember what day it was now, but we were already vulnerable and like talking about real life stuff. And then she came in with the lowest of the lows by announcing that he potentially passed away based off fabricated information. So if we are all having these strong feelings and emotions, can you imagine what the people who are being attacked feel like, including the children? They sit there and parent shame her nonstop, but yet they continue to do stuff like this to her and then expect her to be at her best as a mom. I'm sorry, but I'm telling you right now that if I was to get attacked like this, I would not be the best mom. And they're going to, which I'll just shut them off. They can do whatever. Mike, that's different. She's getting it from every angle. Every angle. And that's why I keep reminding everybody that if you don't think that you could be in her shoes, check yourself again. This was a fabricated story that they ran with, all because a man ended up in a coma and a bunch of idiots on social media felt entitled to run with his story and to try to become his voice when he didn't need one. There's been no charges filed on anybody at this point in time. CPS was called and involved in the story right at the beginning. Obviously, that's been okay too. APS has been called numerous times. Just remember that, please. I'm not trying to ask you if you don't like her, that's fine. I'm not here to convince you to like me, Dre, the parents don't like Molly. I don't like Molly. So if you do, okay, fine, whatever. But I'm not here to convince you on people. I'm here to convince you on the facts of a man's story that they have fucked up for money and views. So now let's go back. Hold on here. Bear with me, y'all. We're going to go back and watch this other video. And again, I apologize for my language and the cussing. Y'all know that sometimes, well, I cuss like a sailor. I'm not going to apologize for it anymore. It's just me. It is what it is, what it is. And all of my videos are set to 18 and over, or not for kids, just so everybody is aware too. I definitely don't do that kind of shit. All right. You guys, I should get a gold star though. I finally figured out how to share my screen. Moving up in the world over here. I figured it out. And I figured out how to check and see if I got struck. I haven't gotten struck yet either.
Okay.
Okay, before I start this, just let me give you some context. This was the apology video that she posted after all of this chaos. So again, these are, some of you have probably already seen this. It's disgusting too. But we're rolling on the disgusting train. We're getting all this shit right out of the way. Thank you, Chaotic. Thank you, Chaotic Artist, Anita. I appreciate you. Hey, Ninja. Hey, y'all. Some of you coming in. Thank you, DNA. Oh, my Lanta, I love your name. Julie Cole. Thank you all for being here. I really do appreciate you all. And I, Miss Lee, right? and for you new people too, Cuntessa is not my real name. It's just what we go by. It's a joke and we've just ran with it. Everybody over here is a part of the Tessa mob. We're all Tessas and Tessers, whatever the guys are called. But you guys, if there's any males in here, you can pick what you want to be called. Welcome to the group. We appreciate everybody. We appreciate constructive criticism, engaging conversations, people that we don't want to be an echo chamber. So if you have questions and want answers and really are trying to find the truth, ask. You're not going to get your shit jumped. And if you do, we'll handle it. But we really encourage other opinions. That's how we learn. That's how we grow. That's how we figure out that this is what we're dealing with. So with that said, let's get into the shit and I'm going to shut up. You guys are probably like, can you shut up for once? You're sounding like Molly these days. Shark. Yes, do it. Do it. By the way, we need a night with Fuck Tessa and Blunt Tessa too. We definitely need a night with the girls.
I just dropped a video just now, and it was the video where I'm standing next to Marvonne's father, Mr. Marvonne Jackson.
Makeup Mobster said this the other day, and I about split. Popeye the Sailor Man, toot toot. He lives in a garbage can, toot toot. I mean, she might not live in a garbage can, but she belongs in one. Anyways, every time she does that with her eye though on her lip, I cannot unsee it. Makeup Mobster, you've ruined me. I'm just joking. And if you haven't checked out Makeup Mobster, please go give her a like. She is by far my favorite creator out here. She is no bullshit, straight to the facts, and I appreciate her. She calls it like I see it, so please go give her a shout out. If you don't, most of you already know who she is and love her. So I'm late to the party, okay?
And I just watched it. It took forever for them to load. And I don't know why. It took all day. And I actually watched it. And I normally don't watch any of my videos, but I actually have to make a public apology. Number one, I interrupted him, and I'm so sorry for that. It was a very emotional day today.
So she's supposed to get a pass on all of her lies because it's emotional for her. We haven't seen her shed one tear. No, it's not from her Bell's palsy. I can't confirm if she ever had that. This is from overuse of benzos, in my opinion. Again, I'm not a professional, but this is called like 1,000-mile stare when somebody has abused something. But again, this is my opinion. I am not here to diagnose, or am I a professional? Anything besides a professional asshole. But if you're this tired, you don't handle or do a video like this in this shape, especially I'm talking like that they do now. Something that is this serious. Sincere my ass. Sincere my ass. Because every one of the videos that they've done should have been put on private, should have been taken down. The videos of them announcing that he passed away are still up and still collecting views, one after another after another. How do we get that taken down? I don't know. They won't do it. I don't know if there's a way to get YouTube to do it, but they've announced somebody's passing that's not confirmed. She's not sincere about shit.
I apologize for interrupting him, and I really apologize for that. Do I do that often? Absolutely, and I should shut.
Do I do that often? You don't let the people you're interviewing talk because you're afraid of what they're actually going to tell. You have to run the interview and talk for them and over them because it's the only way you can control what comes out of their mouth so they align with the lies that you've told. That's why you do it. Not because you're a rude bitch. Yeah, you're that too. But because you're controlling the lies. That's it. And I'm sorry, no, you don't get a pass for your ignorance. You created this mess. The only reason why you went to Savannah in the first place was because you wanted to destroy Marvonne's story and exploit it more. You have been begging the family to give you the pass to go to Arizona to harass her in person. We just watched 2 of your videos before this. It's all there. It's all there, Molly. You're not fooling anybody but yourself because you're so freaking high. You're not living in reality. And yes, I'm one of the ones that said you needed rehab. And no, your housekeeper that's 24, I don't really take his opinion of you very seriously. He's 24. This is a cool look to a lot of 24-year-olds.
Shut up, but listen, my brain's out of control and I can't help it. And listen, I never claimed to be a reporter, and I don't like acting like a reporter either. Listen, also, number 2, I'm sorry for the cars that were going by. All I had was a cell phone and an opportunity to get him to talk. You know, there was no professional lighting. There was no...
Let me guess. That's why she didn't have professional lighting. That's why her skin looked bad. That's why her hair looked greasy. That's why the noise was so bad. She didn't have... What? She makes excuses for her excuses for her excuses. None of us care. The only reason I even said anything about your skin is because you constantly are bragging and putting other people down. And when you get close up, it's just not what you claim it is. So yes, stick to your professional lighting, even though it doesn't do what you think it does, but it's still better than you having to make excuses for your excuses. None of us care what you look like. You're ugly on the inside and it seeps through your pores. Your behavior is disgusting. Nobody cares what you look like on the outside. Get it through your head. The only person that cares about that is you. And, well, your husband, according to the letter. None of us give a shit. Because thankfully, none of us really have to look at you in person. Your behavior is dangerous. Even though that makes you excited to be called dangerous. I'm not scared of you. You're harming other families. You're out of control.
Equipment. You know, this was on the fly. Also, I apologize, and I apologize that I completely forgot that they had the plan, that Marvonne and Andrea had that plan to go out to Savannah right before he went out to the coma. When I got into the car with the woman who helped drive me around and held the camera, she said, Marissa, how could you forget that? She was like, I wanted to say something. I just didn't want to interrupt you. And I said, oh my God, no, you should have really just been like, no, Marissa, you knew it. How could you forget? I do forget a lot of things. I'm sorry. That's my bad. I apologize. Now, this is a horrible thing. You guys are going to go absolutely nuts over this. About 10 minutes ago, a woman, young lady, very beautiful young lady, emailed me, and I just got the message. She said, I'm watching your live. She goes, I have been following Dre for years, and I'm still in that private group.
Couple questions here. Since when did email attach a photo? So how would getting an email she know what this woman looked like? And if Dre's supporters are still sending messages out of there, I mean, nothing is shocking, but there is no video. There isn't. But how do your emails have pictures attached to them? Because maybe I'm just using the wrong email service or don't know how to use it, but I've never noticed that people have pictures attached to them. That just seems really odd to me. I mean, maybe it was a Facebook message and she stalked her profile, but it seems like an intentional setup again. Oh, one of Dre's beautiful followers came to my inbox and said, oh my God. That's what it seems like again to me.
She said, I never left. She goes, Dre hasn't posted anything since, like, I think she said November 5th. And then she showed, so nothing was ever posted to the Dre McCrae / fan club.
So one of Dre's followers corrected Molly and said that nothing was ever done. Great. That's wonderful. Again, I don't know how she got a picture of her. That's weird to me. I was wondering that, Nunya, if some of them have like a profile picture or something. I don't know. But there's a whole lot right there that needs unpacked. Because Molly's Patreon supposedly was the one that set that up. So why aren't you calling your Patreon out, Molly? Why aren't you having a horrible fit? Oh, wait, did you plant somebody in her group to create this rumor with you? Somebody's getting a little arrogant again out here, too. Imagine that. Like I said before, you don't just have one, you have multiple, but you guys are obvious. Why aren't you calling out the person that fed you the misinformation if you're so sorry? Make it make sense.
It was a rumor. Now, another rumor is saying that she's still in Tucson. Yesterday, a neighbor said they saw her cleaning the patio in her little camper. I didn't see either. I'm not in Arizona. I'm in Georgia. So guess what? It's a big mystery. So guess what? I got a screenshot of one woman that proved to me that Dre McCrae, has not updated. They did the right thing and debunked one rumor, and I thank you for that.
One woman debunked one rumor, aka your lie, that there was no post. What about all your other Patreons, Molly, that were in there and didn't tell you? Oh, yeah, that's right. Because didn't you say that a Patreon told you? So why aren't you calling her out? And again, why do you have so many slimy Patreons in Dre's Slay group feeding you fabricated information? And why are some of those same Patreons running around trying to pin this article potentially on Uni and Katie? Make that make sense, Molly.
Holy, you know what?
Jinx Amethyst. I didn't even see that you said that until after I started again. Sorry. I had to laugh at times because this just all of us over here that have been hearing and seeing the same things basically say the same things over and over again because none of it makes sense. She talks herself in circles and catches herself up in lies constantly. I always tell Nanya to get out of my head because a lot of it, like when you see it over and over again, we all start thinking the same thing. So anyways, if I sound redundant, it's because it is.
Now, is the camper outside Dream's house in Yuma? I don't know. I'm not there. Or is it somewhere in Tucson? Don't know. The only way I'm going to know is if I go there myself. And prove she's there. She's there. Or I could hire a private detective to do it. I don't know. Or I can get my ass home, chill out,
Was she, and do you guys think that she was potentially trying to get the family to approve and say, yeah, go to Arizona, go right then and there? Is she trying to avoid going home? I wonder, why are you avoiding your own mom's sick? Go focus your energy there, Molly. Nobody deserves to have a sick parent. So go deal with that. Leave these people alone.
I have an idea. I will tell you something. I like the fact that one of her followers came clean. I have an idea.
Just so everybody knows, that's not my audio. She is running the washer dryer at the time. Dre and Marvonne bought an RV camper previous to the incident. That was what they were living in outside in Tucson. They already had gone by and taken pictures of that way at the beginning of the start of this. She has harassed Dre. She's having people follow Dre in Yuma, taking pictures and stuff. She's admitted to this. It's, in my opinion, again, I'm not a professional, not giving legal advice, but it seems very stalkerish and harassment to me. But again, that's just my opinion.
I have an idea. So anyway, I want to apologize for that.
Anybody tell me what she just apologized for? She should be apologizing for the clicking. I mean, I don't mind people doing it, but she's not here to apologize. She's here to pass the blame. She ain't taking any accountability for anything. She could care less what she just said. Does anybody understand the gravity of this situation? That's why I think I'm so disgusted that there's not more creators out here willing to call this out. This to me is one of the most disgusting things I've seen anybody ever do. Granted, I'm new to YouTube and I know there's a lot that happens, but this is disgusting. Nobody has the right to his information about his life in the first place, but she took it a step further and announced it falsely to the entire, with zero confirmation, and sent the family, who some of you have felt are victims, which they're not, but that's here nor there. She has created this and continues to do this to this family. The facts are the facts are the facts. You cannot change it. And Molly is insulated by a group of complete nut jobs. And that's not a lie. They are all over the place doing crazy shit. Just start paying attention, y'all. Pay attention to names. Pay attention to places. Everything that's going on is a distraction. Think about this. Molly's moving right along. She did a live about her mom, brought her sister on, which we will be going over to, because I have questions for her sister. She brought her on publicly. Otherwise, I wouldn't be addressing her, but I'm going to. Think about this, though. None of this does anything for anybody besides Molly and her little misinformation cronies. This helps nobody besides Molly. Solo, I 100% agree. Spanky and Elle are just as bad. In fact, in my opinion, worse in a lot of ways. I expect this from her, from Molly at this point in time. Elle and her excuses makes me sick. Sick. Especially as a military vet's wife. Again, I'm not 100% positive that he is, but I think she said that he was military. For her to do this, just Spanky, it's becoming expected of too.
I'm sorry again. I am sorry for the washing machine going chugga 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 chugga. I want to apologize for staying in this place on top of a nightclub that's playing this blasting music. I want to apologize for all these crazy rumors. And you want to know something? This is by far the craziest thing and the most heartless, cruel story that I've ever talked about.
Heartless and cruel story that I've ever talked about. You mean the most heartless and cruel story that you've ever concocted, that you've ever fabricated, most of it? Interesting how anything you touch turns to shit. It's not the stories. What's the common factor in all of it? Imagine that.
On YouTube, I didn't even know what to say. I know that this is heartbreaking and devastating for his family, Marvonne's family, and you saw it on the faces of Marvonne's father and his wife. And I just hope that Marvonne's children are safe with this woman, this very heartless woman, and this catastrophe, this game of Clue or whatever game this is. And I hope that if Andrea is watching this, or somebody has her email or text her this video or something, I'm not going to do it, but for her to get in touch with someone.
Once again, trying to demand that Dre gets in touch with somebody. Exactly why does she need to get in touch with any of you? Why, Molly? Yeah, who would have the motivation to start those rumors? Yep. It's not a game. Absolutely. 100% make a mobster. Yep. Yep. She wants the attention. Yep. Terrible actress. I agree. Sorry, y'all. I'm reading some of your guys' comments. She's the one that can't leave him alone. We haven't been talking about the family and calling them out since the last time we called them out. I mean, and it was because of the bullshit they were doing. We have not unfairly drugged the family through mud whatsoever over here at all. And if you disagree with me, that's totally fine. You're entitled to that opinion, but the facts are the facts are the facts. And a lot of people are still uncomfortable hearing them. Yeah, we can show concern, but we don't know much. Exactly. It's not our business. Oh, Kirk, she's in Arizona. Kiki is. Oh my gosh. Kiki would have the best content. I'm just saying, like, I wasn't being serious. I mean, yeah, I would do anything to. I'm so sick of this story being done the way it is that, of course, I would try to do anything I possibly could to stop Molly. But I would never hurt her. I'm not making threats like that. So before they twist all of that up, let me be clear on that. Is she fishing for a snitch? She is a snitch. Yep, she wants to continue the story. Yep, Saucy, I agree. Okay, let's continue.
It's probably the right thing to do. Is for her to reach out to the family and let them know where their son is. It would probably be a very nice thing for her to do. The humane thing to do. Other than that, I apologize for my part in this. I mean, I've exhausted myself with
pills. They're called pills.
I've exhausted myself with this, trying to figure out this girl. What is going on? So anyway, if you have any ideas, I welcome them. But please stop with the rumors, because
best idea. I'm going to give it to you right now. Shut your fucking YouTube down and go away. That would be the best thing that you could ever do for yourself. Not for me. You ain't doing me any favors by going away. You're doing yourself favors. You've got yourself in way deeper than I think you even realize at this point in time with the shit you've done. You think you've got all these outs to cover your shit. Nobody's ever going to sue you. Nothing's ever going to happen to you. Come on, guys. It's just YouTube. No, you've played with life and death now. You've taken it to a whole nother level. This is unforgivable, no matter what you do. See, the reason why you won't acknowledge me is because you don't have my personal information. So you cannot go into my real life and make a mess out of things and try to shut me up that way. That's why you won't acknowledge that I exist, because you can't attack me on a personal level to try and shut me up. So at the time, it doesn't suit you to acknowledge that I exist, because you also know that we're telling the truth. And you can't spin that. So you're buying time trying to get my information, you and your little cronies. Yes, again, this is fact that they've been trying to dox me. Then you will try to level the playing field by going into my real life, because you can't deal with the facts of a story. You've got to do low things like this. You won't go toe to toe with anybody that can put you in your place. Just like anybody that comes up and I think somebody came up and told you about yourself, or it started to, and you clicked them off because they called you a tragedy pimp. You're an absolute tragedy pimp. You're lower than a tragedy pimp. That's the sad thing. You're lower than most everybody else. The lowest of lows.
It's not that it's making me look bad. I can take looking bad. Hey, Mercer didn't do her homework. Well, you want to know something? I don't know.
The answer to that is Molly doesn't ever do homework. Molly doesn't research shit. Molly does nothing of her own. If you don't know that, you need to look, because she does nothing on her own. She has a group of people that does it all for her. If you need an example, think of this. Eileen, who she claims is a super fan of hers, because she pissed them off and Dolly got arrested because of his own behavior. And that was the lady that they were fighting with. They found it acceptable to go in and dox the shit out of her. They had their whatever that, I don't go over there, but I've seen it. She bragged about it. Doxing her. This is the games that they play. It's fucking disgusting and dirty. They are dirty, dirty, dirty. They can't play normal content creators who base information on facts and just keep it moving. They've got to try to exploit tragedies, because that's how they make their money.
I mean, I can come back from this faux pas, but I mean, it if you wanted, whoever's doing this, if you wanted to hurt this family, I mean, I know that these people are out to hurt Letitia for God knows why. Whoever's got this axe to grind with this family on social media, you keep taunting this woman. Yeah, I see how you set her up with the money. Wow, this was the ultimate jab at her.
How was she set up exactly? Can anybody in the comments make sense of this to me? How was she set up? Anybody? Yeah, she's going to come right back from it because people aren't paying attention. Most of the people don't care that she did this. It doesn't affect them. It's not their family. They don't care. People legit have to be in that mindset to watch her. Otherwise, there's no point. It's not uplifting, good-hearted people that do great things. That's not it. They know what she's doing. They're choosing to ignore it. So she will skirt on right by if we let it. This time, we're not letting it. The circus came to town, and we're going to take that circus apart bit by bit. And trust me, baby girl, I'll be here right alongside you with all of the Tessas, every single one of us. There's 240, so there's probably like 40 that like me in here. Anyways, the 40 of us aren't going anywhere. We can be circus clowns too. We'll just take it apart.
You guys are doing a number on a lot of people. And putting me right in the middle, you're smart. You're really, really smart.
Put you right in the middle, bitch. Put you right in the middle. You're big-eyed, bug-eyed, no backbone having, built like a Mack truck ass. Ooh, be nice. Don't say this shit. She's a maggot. Ninja, that's great. That's great. Because I was going to say some real screwed up shit. She's a maggot. That's a good one. Nobody put you in the middle of this besides you, Molly. Oh, wait. Well, actually, the story truthfully goes that Tony reached out to Molly, got Molly involved. Tony and Gigi both reached out to Molly, got Molly involved in the story. That's how she came involved into the story. She started covering the story on July 6th. If anybody needs confirmation of all that stuff, it's already out there. Molly put herself into this position. Molly knew on July 11th, 12th, because a man by the name of Merck did a live with the Thunderdome and called out that Letitia already had enough money for legal friends at that point in time. July 11th and 12th. I think it was the 12th, actually. I'll have to go. My brain's kind of mush right now. But they called it out that there was no need for further fundraising. There had been enough funds secured. By the 15th of the month, we know for a fact that she had $14,000. $14,000. Molly continued to push the fundraiser and has for months. She's still got Patreons that are donating to the family on a regular basis. What for? They haven't gone back. Marvonne Sr. and Wynette had already been there by the time Molly and all the YouTubers got involved. Think about how much money they've made off this. In the 1 month, we saw that Molly made over $18,000 on one check using Marvonne's story. That was 1 month. She donated maybe 10% overall to the family. And why she did that was to secure a story. We don't know how much money Molly has gotten back from the family. We don't know how much, any of it. We don't know the inner workings because they've been so shady. What we do know is how it was set up and how it's gone down. It's all out there. And now, because they're not getting what they want and not able to exploit this any further, now they're also using the family to victimize them. Again and again. But again, Molly, the only freaking person that put you in the middle of this is your dumbass. And yes, I'm saying you're dumb. That's obvious. And I'm not just meaning uneducated dumb. I mean dumb, dumb, dumb. Like my cat, who we question if we think he was hit with a belt of a motor. He's funny as hell, but he thinks he walks a little goofy at times and just isn't really sure where he's going. So that's he just does weird things. That's it. That's Molly. Molly's the cat. The goofy looking cat.
That was a good one. But don't put the people. Listen, if you're trying to get to me, make me look bad. Hey, I don't have a problem with you making me look bad, but don't use these poor people to make me look bad. Please, 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 just.
Again, Molly, we don't have to make you look bad. You do that yourself. You make yourself look bad. These are your statements, your words. We're just replaying them in the order of how you have said them and with proof of what's actually gone on. Again, if you're new and want to see screenshots, you haven't seen it all, check Facebook. It's all been out here for months, y'all. We've been putting this together, piecing it piece by piece by piece. You can see that up of the fundraisers. You can see where the first refunds were asked for. You can see the admin chats with the group from Justice for Vaughn, where that all started. Where did this justice for Vaughn go? They were screaming about that forever. The only person that needs justice now is Marvonne. Andre. From you, Molly.
Do what you got to do, but don't let these people suffer just because you can't stand me, please. I have no problem being your punching bag, but don't use these poor people. I think that this should end, and the only person that's going to make this end is going to be Andrea.
And that's that. And that's the dumb bullshit she tried. I don't even know what to say after we watch these 3 clips. Like, there's so much that she said in these 3 clips, but the main thing is zero accountability, no give a fuck whatsoever. She doesn't care who she's hurting. That's never going to be something that she cares about, which we don't expect her to, but she just keeps getting lower and lower and lower. She has done a lot of horrible things to people, and there are stories out here, but the big difference I think people miss in this one is they fabricated a foundation in this story. Most of the information that has been ran with and twisted out here has been fabricated for a narrative that they've been trying to push, which we have debunked over and over and over again. Again, I'm not asking you to take my word for it. If you are new here, please go do the research yourself. You will find it all yourself. If you have questions, ask away. There are tons of people that know the truth. I am far from the only one. Thank goodness for people like Makeup Mobster who have had her number called for day one and have been willing to share what this person has historically done time and time again, and many more of you. Because people like me who are brand new to this, that came in just trying to be truthful because I saw things were going south, but never in my wildest dreams did I think it would ever get to this part. I thought maybe a couple videos and that was it. She's got 80,000 subs, so she thinks she's going to use her subs to try and control the narrative. Yes, she's got us in the numbers, 100%, but we've got her in integrity every day of the week, and that will outlast her forever. That's what we have at the difference. Yep, she put herself in the middle of this mess. Yes. Thank you to all of those that aren't afraid of her and willing to stand up for what's right. Hannah, we've got you. That will never happen. And we're going to try to make sure that this doesn't happen to any more families. Because like I said, she's done it time and time again, and all of them are sad stories. But the difference is on this one, there wasn't even a story. They've created a case. Yeah. Yep, I agree. Frustrated lurker. I love that. I think that again, I don't know like how she came across her or anything like that. I wasn't on YouTube, but I think that's why I feel so good listening to her, because she came into it seeing this is an issue. Yeah. Does anybody have any questions or anything? I'm not going to go through anymore. We've almost been here for another 3 hours. Gosh, I always said I'll never do lives like that. Oh, here I am. But there's just so much shit to get through. And there's a lot of people that are really trying to figure things out. Some people just want to be assholes for the hell of it. But again, I'm going to ask you guys to keep your eyes open, because a lot of you are falling into some traps and it's not going to be good. But you can do, again, you're adults, so you got to make your own choices. But when things are told to you over and over again, and there's proof to back that up, and you continue to put yourself in the fire, well, it's really hard to say, I'm sorry that you went through that after you've been trying to help somebody and pull them out of a fire. Yes, Mojo Jojo. Well, that's going to give me. Hey, Crispy Treat. Hey, everyone. Hey, T. Yeah, chaotic. There's a lot. We've been over here going and going and going. Anytime, Irish Eyes. If you need to get a hold of me, you can email me on Gmail. I've been trying to do a little bit better. I do take some time off. I do have a crazy, chaotic life, but I did take Sunday off mostly, and that was really nice. But I will try to answer that. But you can also message me on Facebook too. I'm probably even worse about. Oh, yes, Tammy. It's just like an illusion. It's like a magic trick that they... K-Town, just so you know, Molly claims that she doesn't know I exist, even though we have confirmation that we know she does. And she responds to my content all the time, but she refuses to acknowledge that I exist. She drags everybody else, but won't even let anybody mention my channel name over there. If she does, she freaks out and she like stutters. And then I sing about it when she does, because I get really excited, like, celebrate good times, come on. Just because I know it like chaps her ass so bad. Spanky, you're getting off easy too. Let's talk about you for a minute. You slimeball piece of shit. Where's your apology? Why aren't you taking your videos down? How did you know that Marvonne coded twice? You haven't shown any facts to provide any proof that that was factual either. And you were telling us at that time that you guys were not able, the family could not get information, that they didn't know where he was located. Then you guys also claimed that he was sent home on hospice and then sent back because she couldn't handle him. All while telling us that you didn't know where he was at and couldn't get any verified information because she was refusing to work with the family. So what is it, Spanky? You're a polished turd is all you are. And not even that polished, to be honest. Hold on, yeah. The oldest wants me again. Oh, for you guys that are new, Spanky is Justin. That's what I've always called him. I cannot stand him. Spanky is what I call Justin. That is always what I call him. I need to come up with a name for Elle, because I can't even stomach saying her name either. Yeah, he's just a polished turd. He's not even really that polished. Rabbit calls them the Fupa twins, which is really freaking fitting. Have any of you guys seen that meme with the green alien guy that like does that silly little dance? I have a video of Justin walking that looks exactly like that green alien guy. I'm not even joking. I should put them side by side. Side by side. Amethyst, that's great. Yep, that's great. Jaundice for all. Yeah. Oh, you guys are funny. Burnt hair Betty. I don't even hardly talk about her. Trash princess. Yeah. Liar, pants on fire. Dumb and Dumber. Don't insult Dumb and Dumber like that. I love them. These two are worse than Dumb and Dumber. Welcome, Tammy Lou. Oh, you are? Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. What a crazy shit show they've put on with that. Burnt hair video. That's funny. Yes, thank you so much. Posh Spice. They just think he's so kind. I can't handle the monotone. Like, he is not funny to me. I don't find humor in him. It's like watching paint dry for me. It's really hard. And everybody has their own thing they connect to, but I will just, there's no coming back from these people. Like, once I see you as scum, you're scum. It is what it is. And all of them are scum to me, including a lot of Molly's Patreons. And that's that. And that will never change. Even if they get away from her, it'll never change, because there's a lot of them I will never trust, because they're not away from her. They're just playing games. And I'm not talking about like a lot of the people that are over here now. The ones that are interacting most of the time are pretty good. It's the ones that are in people's inboxes playing these games. These, like, the ones that are here right now aren't doing that. Well, most of them that I know of. Bland as a wall. Crustin. Amy, that's a good one. Yes. Thank you, Tammy. Diamonds and pearls. Oh, that just makes me want to puke every time. Every time. Yeah, Juju, I think you've been gone for a long time. I haven't seen you around, and I've got screen recordings of like everything, but Juju isn't who I'm talking about. Juju is good. And everybody is welcome over here too. Even if I don't like you, you're welcome here. I might just tell you to go get fucked, but that's pretty typical. And if anybody really gets offended by me telling you to do that, then that's okay. You probably deserved it. Let's be honest. Sneaky devils, they are. They are. Bolivia is just as bad. I don't know who she is that well. I know who she is, but I've never really followed her. This has been such intense content that I haven't had time to like look up from it a lot of times. Nanya. Shit. Oh, shit. That's funny. Oh, these are good. Oh, somebody else said it? Okay. If they get cocky, Monroe puts them in a corner. Yep. Absolutely. Thank you all for being here. I'm not going to hang out with you guys much longer. Does anybody have anything else that they wanted to say, or any comments that they want me to touch on? There's a lot of ladies in the comments that can answer this stuff just as well as I can, if not better. I can't take credit for all of this stuff. Like, it's been a combined effort. I have had so much help, great help of keeping things straight and organized, and some of it does get jumbled at a time. We've been doing this for months, y'all. Months. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I'm so glad to hear that. I really am really glad to hear that. Yes. Yeah, that Juju, that was a shit show when they tried to do that to her sister's friend. I was embarrassed for the sister's friend. Hey, Clemson girl, glad you're here. Chuckle Brothers. Oh gosh. There's a person on Facebook that he reminds me of, who's another big time grifter piece of shit, that he reminds me a lot of, but we don't mention that person. Safari, I'm not really sure, to be honest. I never had anything to do. I mean, they all communicate over here. I'm up in that group and stuff like that. There was a bunch of drama that went on with their admins and stuff, and everybody kind of had issues with everybody. They're still around. I don't know what's going on there. I know Danielle made a post and said that she was just letting everything, go as needed to go with the investigation. And that's that. That was the only part of it that I was ever really interested in. And that's just going to work itself to whatever it is. I think most of them are still around. I don't know who's all where, because it's hard enough to keep up with my own bullshit, let alone everybody else's. But I think they have all found their own niches. I'm welcome to be here, Tammy. I'm glad you're here. You might be in my funny video that I did of them thinking that the paparazzi was there for them. Oh, that was freaking ridiculous. Oh, I don't think I've posted that on YouTube. I think I only posted that little clip that I did yesterday on Facebook. I might post it over here. Yeah, Safari, there's a lot of weird stuff going on. My Facebook page is Nonsense on the Web 2.0. I think that's what I had to change my name. I've been around Facebook forever and ever, and I lost access to my main page. And then when all this got crazy, I changed my page name to match my YouTube name because it was starting to really get confusing to people. And that even made more confusion because then they were like, see, it's Katie changing her name. And then don't ever be blonde and post in the wrong comment section when you're tagged. Make sure you always know where you're at, because that also, I did that too. Ugh, it's been nuts. Yeah, Safari, 100%. That's understandable. That's why I always tell everybody to please be careful with who they trust or are giving information to all the way around, just because you just don't know anybody's motives and intentions. And again, I'm not asking anybody to trust me. I could disappoint you all tomorrow and I could be the same. You know, it's just, you don't put that much effort into somebody else. And for me, that was always an issue with the drama and all of that stuff, because that's never been my focus. Discord, ugh, I don't even know. I don't know how people keep up with all the different. Wait, who's telling who to shut the fuck up? Is somebody telling somebody to shut the fuck up in my... Oh, wait, is that who I think it is? Wait, is that who I think it is? The panel hopper. Wait, I don't even see them. Somebody better not be telling somebody to fuck off in my comments. Oh, Lord. Yes, it is. It is the panel hopper. Oh, yeah. Okay. Ugh. Nanya. It is me. Yes, it is. It's me reincarnated. Yeah. She can be here all she wants. I just have no use for her shit because she came in here lying and doing all sorts of weird shit. And as a creator that's brand new to all this too, there's ways to handle it. And you just don't, you don't need to do all the things that, yeah. Anyways, yeah, Saucy, I have no use. I said what I thought there before. I don't fuck with shit like that. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Y'all know how I feel about that. I don't fuck with people like that. Yeah, there's no use. And again, great for her to come out and expose Betty, but that was a save my ass type of thing. Really? You've never lied? I don't know if you've lied. You just drive me nuts. You were panel hopping. Yeah, I'm not going to give you the time of day over here, so you might want to just get lost. That's probably the best. You ain't going to get anywhere over here. And if people like you, that's totally cool. They can like you over on your page, not here. I mean, they can like you in the comments. They can be nice to you, but I'm not going to. There's that. Yes, Nanya. Yeah, no. I watched you try to push stuff off about the Kylie Rodney case. That's the end of my story with you. You tried to continue to exploit a story and continue to keep it going on panels that were trying to ask you to stop, and you kept on. That's all I have to say. My intelligence shows beautifully. Okay, get the fuck out of here. Goodbye. I'm not even going to give you the time of day to block you, because that's what you just... This is what you want. You're an attention seeker. Go hang out with Molly. Molly's got openings, okay? Have you not seen all the people that are leaving her? She'll take you in. Go on. The love letter. No. Nanya, I can't. It was like a self-help letter. To me, that love letter looked like an exercise for couples therapy, that you write about all of your frustrations, what you want, what you feel like is failing in your relationship, and then either you don't send it, sometimes they do. That's what it felt like to me. It was very embarrassing. Yeah, flamingo. That's totally okay. Yes, Irish eyes. There's a lot. Monroe, she gone. Yeah, chaotic. I don't know either. Like that was yeah. Ugh. And you guys are entitled to like her. That's totally fine. My opinion is very strong on that. I've said it before. I don't get down with fuck shit like that. If you're going to be in the true crime community, then be factual based and have some integrity. That's it. Yeah. The love letter, is it on Kool-Aid's channel? I don't remember. Yeah, Daphne. Yeah, I've seen it. That's why I said, like, she in that love letter, he says something about, I don't like overweight women. Like, there was a lot of really embarrassing things. Yes, I still love you, even though, yeah, I prefer not overweight. Something to do with that. I think Makeup Mobster broke it down, or maybe read or played that clip. I don't know if she's still in here or not. I can't remember which video. I'll go find her video that she does break that down and I'll share it in the community section. How about that? Because I don't remember exactly. There's just been so much happening. Love or hate, I don't do anything in moderation. This is me, take it or leave it. And I'm not asking any, like, you guys are allowed to have your opinions of me. That's totally fine. This is what I am. I don't like shit like that. Oh, I'm sorry, chaotic. Yeah. Oh, and a lot of people have. Oh, what video is it of yours that you went over the love letter? Makeup Mobster, then I can just link it. If you're okay with that, if I share it. He preferred her not overweight. Thank you, Objection Trickery. She's in a timeout. Maybe we can move on for her because we are giving. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done talking about her. She got her 5 seconds. I was just like, wait, somebody's coming into my comments telling somebody else to fuck off. That ain't going to fly over here. Nope, not happening. Unless it's me. I'm just joking. You guys can tell me that too all the time. Oh, the letter. Yeah, that's the one. The letter is what they're talking about. Yeah. You guys would love. Oh, I also need to share Makeup Mobsters when she does the impression. Her impression is hysterical. She does the best impression of hers. Okay, I'll find that. I'll find her video. I know where it's at. I've watched it. She keeps me company in the morning during drop off when she's around and does her lives. That's what I do. So I listen to all of her stuff. The letter was really embarrassing, but it really felt like a exercise and like therapy to me for sure. Yes, Dawson. No interest in the channel either yet. Tamale or tamale or not tamale? That is the question. Negatory over here. I will take no tamales. And I mean Molly. Yeah, it's really weird. Hey, chaotic, that's great. I honestly encourage anybody that's out here to tell the truth. Like, there's a lot of people that just want genuine connection with real people who are willing to tell the truth. I suggest anybody, if you have the urge, just do it right. And everybody's right is going to be different. Of course, I'm not trying to tell anybody, but I'm just saying, like, have some integrity, be who you are. Don't try to fit into something else because you feel like that's how you're going to be accepted, because that gets you nowhere. If you can't stand on your own integrity and morals and who you are as a person, spend more time invested into finding out who you are. Yeah, contact me anytime. I'm kind of terrible with messages. Everybody will tell you that, but I do try to get to most of them. Mocha's right. Yeah, if you come from another channel and you're well known for things you have done, I wouldn't expect to come in here with a warm welcome. Your job is to sit down and listen. Oh, Lord Jesus, I don't have time. Okay. The fact that all these people are in the middle-aged or above it, right? A lot of them are. Yeah. Yeah, it's a mess out here. And it's like weeding through all of it. I missed a love letter, dear Jane letter. Yes, Amethyst. Okay, I'll do that. I'm going to do that now. I've been on here for 3 hours with y'all and we've just been chatting up a storm. So What, Kathy? Seriously? Y'all give Kathy a follow too. She's another creator. Let me tell you who else is a creator in here. Makeup Mobster, of course. Who am I'm missing? I should never do that. I'm not good at this. I have no idea who is content creators and not. I really shouldn't. Let's just not do that because I'll look like a dumbass. Kirk's right. Amethyst, that's a good point. It could have been for his book that he was writing. I forgot that he was writing a book under a pen name. All right. I'm almost famous. If you're new here, I'm famous for my long, drawn out, awkward goodbyes, and that's not going to change. Oh, Hannah and FU Tragedy Pimps. I knew I can't see who's all in here. Like, there's not a list on the side of it that tells me. So, yes. One of these days, I just need to make a post that says, if you're a content creator, please post your links in the chat on the community. Maybe that's what I'll do. Oh, thank you, Frustrated Lurker. Can they put the channel in the chat? I think only moderators can put links in the chat. They can all sound off with their names, but I think it's moderators. I'll go through and try to do a post, and then everybody who has a channel that streams can put their links in the community post, and it just stays there. And people here, well, if they're creators that I wouldn't suggest, I'll remove them. But anybody in here, most of the time, well, no, I'll just remove them if they're shit. Oh, Nanya always calls my ass out too. And we like to call each other out over here, and we laugh about it. We don't go home and cry. We laugh about our shit. Okay? Because all of us are fucked up, and we're okay with that. We're just okay with owning our fucked upness. Nanya. Then a Cuntessa out from here. Yeah. Okay. With that said, now I am even going to feel more awkward because she just called it out exactly how I do this every freaking time. Anyways, thank you all for being here. If you wouldn't mind, hit that thumbs up on your way out. I do greatly appreciate it. And that feels so freaking awkward. But I got to get better at that because I'm not growing. I am growing. Actually, this is insane. I can't believe that it's that big, but I have a hard time asking for that kind of stuff. It's all been really organic, which is great. With that said, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for giving me your time and energy. And thank you for saying prayers and well wishes for everybody that's involved in this situation that has had it so horribly, like Dre, the kids, Marvonne. And if you don't pray, light a candle, do anything that you believe, send well wishes. This has been horrible for everybody. And just please send something positive out into the universe for them. With that said, I hope you all have a wonderful Monday evening. I will see you guys back here tomorrow for some more bullshit. Cuntessa over and out.